My name is Laura Kulik, and I'm the director of The Girl in the Woods. The Girl in the Woods is a horror short film about a woman who must confront her greatest fear after she gets into a car accident on an isolated forest road at night. I had a very specific vision for how I wanted the road and the woods to look in this film, so I took my crew from Los Angeles to Santa Cruz, California to shoot. However, because of our limited budget, we could only shoot there for 2 nights, which wasn't enough time to complete the film. Another important part of the film is the fact that she's driving, but unfortunately we couldn't afford a process trailer or anything that you would normally use to shoot someone driving a car. In order to solve this problem, I decided to shoot the interior scenes of the actress driving the car using a method called the poor man's process. And the poor man's process consists of several techniques that you use to simulate that the car is moving when really it's not. So we shook the car, we blew haze at the windows, and we panned lights around, all to simulate that the car was moving. And by doing this, it allowed us to shoot in a parking lot in Los Angeles, which saved us really valuable time in Santa Cruz on location. And the movie really couldn't have been made without that. In addition to the poor man's process, we also used VFX to help sell the cheat that the car was moving. So we took a shot of an actual car driving, and we reverse motion tracked it, and then put that tracking data on our shot. So it made our camera, which was stationary, look like it was shaking in the same way it would be as if the car was driving. We also added a reflection of trees on the windshield, which helped it make it seem like she was driving in a forest. But I think the biggest thing that helps sell the effect is the sound. I think sound in a horror movie or in any movie is super important, and our sound designer literally built the sound of the car driving from nothing, so that was extremely impressive. I went to film school, but I would say that the thing that taught me the most about filmmaking was actually working on set in a variety of roles. I think as a director, it's really important to understand how each department operates, and the best way to do that is to work in each department at some point in your career. Another thing that taught me a lot about filmmaking is editing. It's a lot easier to be hired as an editor than a director. Editing taught me what angles do you need to cut a scene together? What pieces of a performance do you need to capture from the actor in order to make the beats of a scene work? How do you create tension in a scene? My overall advice is, if you get the opportunity to actually work on a film, whether it's in production or post, you should take it, because you'll learn a lot more by doing that than you will by taking a class or reading a book.